Or, Mr. John.
Okay, sir. Today's date is May the 7th of year 2001. The location is the Carroll Montgomery County Jail Facility in Vaiden, Mississippi. And the following is a voluntary statement from Odell Hallmon, no middle name, also known as Cooper. This statement will be witnessed by Mr. Cooper L. Muskelly, the warden here at the facility, and myself, John Johnson, investigator for the District Attorney's Office. Mr. Hallmon, you recognize the fact that Mr. Muskelly is going to tape this interview, and we're recording it by tape and also trying to get an audio tape. And I would point out that this statement is free and voluntary on your part. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Hallmon, I want to direct your attention back prior to the trial of Curtis Flowers in Gulfport, Mississippi, and ask you to describe, were you housed near him in Parchment?
Yes, sir.
And what was that housing facility that y'all were in?
Unit 32, maximum security.
Okay, and in the course of that, just tell us what Curtis asked you to say, or how y'all came in contact concerning this trial, before this trial.
Well, me and Curtis was, we better known as homeboys when we incarcerated, since we from the same town. And my sister played a big part in his trial, and me and my sister, we were red righteous. We were mad at each other at the time, and me and Curtis started talking, and Curtis asked me, could I help him get out? So I said, what you want me to do? So many words. And he told me we got to come up with a lie on my sister in order for her testimony to be thrown out. So me and him, I asked him what was in it for me. And he told me, he said, man, I can get you some money. And while you here, I can take care of you while you're here locked up. And I can get you some money when you get out. And just to tell them folk what he wanted me to tell them. So we sat there and he made up a good lie, and I just told him.
When he said that he would take care of you, did cigarettes was somewhat of a commodity while in that facility, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And they were hard to come by, and he was providing cigarettes from you, indicate, is that right?
Right.
And you said that he had money, was able to get cigarettes where you were not able to. And what else did he say as far as money or reward?
Yeah, he told me, he said he got $1,000 out there. He was telling me, he said I can give you about $15,000 once you get out there. And we told me. And I said, all right, man, I need, money, I do it, money at the times, I can do anything for it. You say this, that's what it was. I want some money, I seen nothing better way than getting it.
What was Kurt? You and Curtis conspired together to break the credibility of your sister, Patricia Hallmon's testimony, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Patricia Hallmon, is she an honest person? Does she tell the truth?
Yes, sir.
And that's your sister, right?
Yes, sir.
And you only agreed to do this at Curtis's request.
Right.
And he was going to benefit you by participating in this.
Right.
Did you and Curtis, y'all made contact other than just through these sales close together?
Yes, sir. Yes.
How did y'all make contact?
Well, we wrote each other all the time, and we, talked when he went on the yard. I went to the day room. We used to be, we talked and everything, because he was on one day room and I was in the other. But we could come to the bar and talk for one another. So we talked and we wrote, you know, each other, you know, every day, on a daily basis.
You indicated prior to this taping in an interview that y'all had planned to say where you were on the day these murders took place.
Yes, sir.
And where was that?
At my sister's house.
Okay, and why did y'all change from that plan?
Well, the lawyer said it wouldn't work. He said, if you tell them you were locked up, it'll work. You know, because they knew I had a hold, you know, I was on probation, and I had a big fine to pay. And they told me, since, you know, your fine, you had a fine to pay, and there was a reward out, and your sister loved you, which my sister loved me to death, right to this day. She, you know, and they said, well, your sister could have been doing this to get that reward and get you out of jail. You know, because my sister was just like my mother. You know, she did for me all she could do. And you know, and so the lawyer told me, don't tell them I was at my sister's house. Tell them I was locked up, which later on I became locked up.
Okay, but when the trial occurred in Gulfport, where did you say you were?
Well, trials in Gulfport, I was locked up.
At that time, but
yes, sir.
did you
I told him
say that
I was
the day of the murders, where did you tell the court you were
I
at?
was locked up.
And that was not the truth, is that
That
correct?
was not true.
Okay, so you're admitting that you perjured yourself in court,
Yes,
working with Curtis Flowers,
Yes.
his attorney.
yes, sir. It's conscious, my conscience. I admit to it.
Okay, and I would like to ask you, Mr. Hallmon, have I offered you anything by making this statement?
No, sir.
In fact, have I even contacted you or Mr. Muscala? This is your
This is my
interest.
knowing.
You're contacting us
Yes, sir.
and volunteering this statement, is that correct? And we haven't promised you any reward or good treatment or nothing, is that
No,
correct?
sir. You ain't following me now.
Mr. Johnson, could I ask this for the benefit of the facility at this time? Mr. Holman, since you've been at Carroll Montgomery, have you been treated fairly?
Yes, sir.
Nobody's mistreated you in any kind of way?
No, sir.
But basically, going back in a review of this, you're just admitting that you lied and worked with Curtis Flowers and made up a story to try to discredit your sister's testimony. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. I lied. I did.
Did Curtis Flowers describe any particular details of the crime that he committed against these four people at Tardy's?
Well, he, in so many words, we talked, like I said, we wrote letters and stuff, some things that we talked so much, some things you can remember and some you forget. But now, to be truthful with you,
That's what we want.
I know for a fact, I can tell you for a fact now, he did that. His actions and the way he did after the trial was over with in Gulfport put my whole mind at a place where I know he did this because the way he acted, the way he connived, he's a conniving person. You'll believe him 1 minute and then you'll believe him so good it'll take you 3 or 4 months to think about what he just said. Then when you think about it, you won't believe it because you don't.
But did he give any statement to you, giving any particular details to the crime, how it was done or anything like that?
Well, he just knows.
Okay. Well, and I would point out too, in the interview prior to this, I told you that I didn't want you to tell me what I wanted to hear, or some attorney wants to hear, or Mr. Muscala or myself. We only wanted the truth. Is that correct?
True.
Well, that will conclude the statement, and the time is now 11:48 a.m.